Somehow I have done this video twice already, and yet here we are. Men claiming on the internet that they are not gay, but they do happen to be dating someone who was born the same gender as them and now are a different gender. Yeah. And there's no problem with dating those people or being with those people. In fact, good on you. I hope you're having a lovely old time. The only problem I seem to have, and anyone seems to have, is that you're claiming to be really, really straight. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be the bearer of obvious news. You're not. Nothing wrong with being gay. Be the gayest. I hope you're the gayest. But in saying all of that, he's not gay because I'm trans. From Love, Don't Judge. Shall we? Shall we as a family delve into this? I think we shall. But before I do, ladies and gentlemen, I am on tour right now all over Australia. Capital City is the biggest shows I've ever done in Australia. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Filming a special in Sydney as well. Make sure you get tickets right now at isaacbutterfield.com.
This is Christian. He fell in love with Eden.
People judge us because my fiance is trans and I'm straight.
Wow, okay. Machine Gun Kelly really moved on from Megan Fox very, very quickly. He went from dating a chick in Transformers to an actual Transformer.
I started getting like random hate messages. Like, I want to live a nice, peaceful life.
That's a man. Wife, you mean boyfriend. Being called a man every 4 minutes when I check my phone, it just becomes like numbing.
He says he wants a peaceful life, and yet he's making a video talking about his life, stating something that's obviously not true to encourage people to come in and talk shit. This video is being shared with the masses about his trans girlfriend, which is fine. If you just said you had a trans girlfriend, no one would give a shit at all. But the fact that you're out there stating that she's trans, but I'm not gay. I'm not gay. You're like, surely that's offensive to trans people and to gay people. Like, what are you saying? Also, he wants a nice, quiet life, and yet his girlfriend is making the adult content on the OFans website. Fuck off, mate. Oh, sounds so tranquil, so peaceful. Bullshit.
My name's Christian. I've lost friends because I'm engaged to my trans fiance, Eden.
That's not nice. Those people should not be in your life at all. Get rid of them. You're better off without them.
So we met 2 years ago. Christian's a teacher, and I saw one of his students post a video of him on TikTok.
I don't want to interrupt y'all's conversation. I'll wait.
Thought he was cute, slid in the DMs.
Question. Is he still a teacher? Is this really the person you want teaching your kids? Like, your teachers or your children's teachers' sexual proclivities. Hey, may every blossom bloom. But I don't think they should be talking about it on the internet for these kids to be able to see. Is that really what you want to be able? Like, if you go to parent-teacher night and they say, hey, so your kid's a little bit disruptive, he talks during class, like, should you know that this person, where they put their dick? Is that what you should know? I don't think you should know that. I don't want to fucking know that about any of the teachers that I had. I don't fuck off. Get that image out of my head immediately. Sure, teachers are allowed to have private lives. And to the teachers out there, I hope you enjoy your life in between protesting and striking about the pay and whinging about not, having to work too many hours. This is what happens in Australia. Teachers have been whinging and bitching about this since I was in primary school. You get like 15 weeks off a year for school holidays. Shut the fuck up. Go and dig a fucking trench or something. Shut up. Point being, should you be able to look up your teacher's trans girlfriend's OnlyFans page? Probably not. Also, is it appropriate for your teacher to be dressing like this on fucking TikTok? If he was a female, would that be seen as appropriate? Probably not.
Within a week, he was in my house, and within a day, he got my name tattooed on him.
Oh! Alarm bells!
I know in the beginning, like, a lot of my family was like taken back by our relationship. I'm not sure it was like you being trans though. I think it was because like it happened so fast.
About a month after that, we got engaged.
No, I take it back. That's a healthy relationship destined for success.
As soon as Eden slid into my DMs, about 2 messages later, we hop on FaceTime and she immediately tells me she's trans. And like being from Texas, I didn't really know what that is or what that's about.
People in Texas don't know what trans is? Really? I've spent time in Texas. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll let the people of Texas know this. It's a tough pill to swallow when you find out what it is. And by pill, I mean cock. Lady cock.
The biggest misconception people have is that he's gay and I'm a man.
Just give me a second. I'm just going to Google the word misconception. A view or an opinion that is incorrect or based on faulty thinking or understanding. So, it's faulty thinking and incorrect to say that someone born a man, biological man, is now identifying as a woman and dating a man, that's not gay. It's okay. Everyone thinks it's fine, but it's just a little gay. And it's incorrect understanding to say, even though I would call her a she, because she looks like a she, it's incorrect understanding to say that she's not a man because she, unfortunately, was born a biological man. I just think it's important to be accurate with the words we use.
Yes, I know it's okay to be gay. Of course it is. But like, you calling me gay insinuates that Eden is a man, which is not okay with
If he wants to be with the man, he will go be with the man.
I know it's not nice to say, but Eden has, at some point, either currently has or did have a willy. Okay? So if you are having a sexual relationship with Eden, it's not the not gayest thing of all time. And once again, if you didn't make a big song and dance about this to push her OnlyFans so you guys can make money, no one would give a shit. You'd just be a regular couple. No one cares, mate. But because you're out there going, oh, I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not... Isn't it obvious? You're making this about you. Fuck off. Shut up. That's all you gotta do. And just live your life.
You know, it would be a really good idea if we call your dad and ask him what he thinks about this. We've never really had this conversation with him, so.
Yeah, we really don't know.
Fuck yeah. Got the camera crew here. Let's FaceTime Dad and let him know that I'm not gay, but my girlfriend may have a penis. Just remember, guys, I want a peaceful, normal life. Bring the camera in. Let's call Dad.
Dad?
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well. You look very handsome.
Well, thank you.
Gay! That's a joke, YouTube. I'm joking. It's not gay. It's nice to compliment your dad. All right?
Did I ever tell you that Eden's trans?
No.
No. So I never told my dad that Eden was trans.
We sort of just assumed that you saw the video.
I actually found out that Eden is trans from my sister.
You know, it sounds like he's a really good dad. He accepts his son for who he is and knows that it doesn't matter who he's having a sexual relationship with, as long as it's fucking consensual, obviously. It doesn't matter. This dude seems like a good dad, and good fucking on him.
Who called me and asked me what my thoughts were about it, and I said, I hope you guys are happy, and being trans, that doesn't matter to me.
Good on you, Dad. Good on you, mate. But he's not gay!
When I check my phone, it just becomes like numbing.
We got one the other day where they called us liberal psyops. They're like, they've got to be paid by the government to push this agenda. I was like, that's deep, dude. These kind of videos remind me I am living in the most corrupted society ever in history. This is the end of the world.
These guys love this shit. They feed off it. They love the positive and the negative reactions. They've both got over 500,000 followers on Instagram. They thrive on this. This is their business model. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary, surely we know this. Surely we know that this is exactly what they want. They can claim they don't want it, but it's obvious that this is exactly what they not only want, but what they need to continue to make money. And holy shit, that ain't healthy.
The majority of our recent hate comments are about how we raise Ashton.
Ah, fuck, he's got a kid. Well, it has to be his kid. Unless Eden pushed it out of a very small hole. Sounds painful, but natural. Not gay, though. Anyway, how's this kid going? I guess that's a question we all want to know.
Let me see your nails, buddy. Oh, they look good.
Keep your kids off the internet, fuckwit.
We don't go by, like, I guess, typical gender norms. If he wants to wear pink, we don't care. Like, if he wants to play with a Barbie, we don't care. Like, he also skateboards, plays video games.
No, bud, of course you can't.
I should know. You need a pink Barbie card.
Hey, you know what? At least they have a sense of humor about all of this. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with a little boy playing with a girl's toy. As long as you're not forcing him to only play with girls' toys. If he chooses it, then let them play. Who gives a shit?
When people see a kid in pink, they're like, oh my God, you're pushing on the liberal agenda. You're making him queer.
In that dress over there.
And your pronouns are they, them.
She's taking the piss. She's taking the piss right there out of like the far left. She's taking the piss out of who we probably think they are. Interesting. From what she just said there, it seems like they are a little bit more right-wing than we all thought at the beginning. Now, to be honest, I just wanted to say this. I wish them all the best, and I think we all do. Who gives a shit? But you're a little bit gay, dude, and that's fine. Who cares? Now, Moving on very swiftly, and I had nowhere else to put this in any video, so I thought I'd put it here. This is from government-funded TV here in Australia. Okay, so the government pays for this to be made. So what does the government want to get across? Well, they want to convince everyone in Australia that conspiracy theories are very bad. I wonder why.
How do conspiracy theorists pull themselves out of the rabbit hole? I've been speaking with former conspiracy theory believers to ask them just that.
Thanks, Carrot Top. Let's hear from Joel now, a reformed conspiracy theorist. He found the error in his ways and he wanted to change.
I think I was deepest in the rabbit hole was when I found that a lot of basic things around me were points of paranoia. Tap water was a big one. We always drank bottled water in our house. We had the big bottled water dispenser, and that gave me comfort. The conspiracy is that they put fluoride in the water in order to control you.
Oh, he's an idiot. Why would anyone think that? I'm not saying anything. Also, on the fluoride thing, there's no evidence suggesting that more fluoride in the water does any damage to anyone, except for this article from last week suggesting that over a certain amount it actually lowers IQ. But other than that, there's nothing. Let's just remember this. Conspiracy theories, a lot of them are mad. And a lot of people who really love conspiracy theories are mad. They go balls deep, far too balls deep. Not everything is a conspiracy, but some things that were thought to be conspiracies for the longest time turned out to be reality. From weapons of mass destruction in the Iraq War. They weren't really there, and that was a conspiracy. Turned out to be true. From the sugar industry and their impact on the demonization of saturated fat. People thought that was ridiculous, but it was true. From the Gulf of Tonkin, big tobacco, the LSD experiments, the Weinstein brothers, Operation Mockingbird, the Catholic Church's abuse, Operation Northwoods, the government listening to everything that we say, the syphilis experiments by the US government, Bohemian Grove, whatever you want to talk about, all these conspiracies right there were once thought of as ridiculous. But we know they are true. From Freedom of Information Act releases, we know that that was reality. And we all thought anyone who thought that way was mad.
Joel also thought the 9/11 attacks were staged.
I blame the US. It was an inside job. It was all them. And that, to me, gave me just something that I wanted to believe in.
Okay, let me just touch on Operation Northwoods for a second. Operation Northwoods, this is according to Wikipedia, was a proposed false flag operation that originated from within the US Department of Defense. They were basically going to do this as a reason to go to war in 1962. The proposals called for CIA operatives to both stage and commit acts of terrorism against American military and civilian targets, attack their own people, and blame them on the Cuban government and use it as a justification to go to war with Cuba. But yeah, no government would do that, right? Except they did. Not too long ago.
Former conspiracy theorists have told me that with conspiracy theories, you're not chasing facts, you're chasing a feeling.
And it did make me feel kind of special. But the main thing that I found was that even though I felt so great about knowing this secret knowledge that no one else knew, and how special I was uncovering the truth on the websites that you haven't heard of, just like that other band you haven't heard of.
Okay, if this bloke here isn't a government plant, like a government, I will eat my fucking beard. He's like a cop at a music festival. Like, hey guys, you guys got any of those wacky tobackies or those biscuits? Ooh yeah, why don't you lend me one? And I'll pay with it with my Apple Pay. Ooh. You stick out like a sore thumb, mate. Fuck off.
So what was the turning point for Joel? Well, in a nutshell, the conspiracy theories that he'd been following for years were changing flavour, and it just wasn't doing it for him.
This also leans into that idea that conspiracy theories speak to what you want to hear. And I wasn't hearing what I wanted to hear. I was seeing more of a rightward tinge on conspiracy theories.
And this is why the video, I think, has been made. To connect anyone who believes in conspiracy theories to the right wing, to the far right. And to make people think that if you think in a particular way, then you must be far right. And you must be a Nazi. And you must be evil. Interesting. Well, to the ABC who made this, fuck off, cocksuckers. Be a good motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen. Peace in the Middle East, be extinct. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye-bye.